You hear? Yeah, let's get straight to it. I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm going to go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm going to make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of According to the Bible. This is According to the Bible 21. This is part 2 on us clearing up Exodus 22:29. Because what happened when I put it out, people said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And they went to Google. This is what happened. They went to Google and said, what does Exodus 22:29 means? Okay, I'm going to read that verse, but what it means is the Lord said, give me the first of everything. I want your first ripe fruits. I want your first liquor. I want your first oxen. I want your first goat and your firstborn sons. So they said those offerings was a part of consecration, not child sacrifice. And I'm clearing it up to you that that's a lie. When you go to Google, what Google does now, because we're in a different time, this is the age of information, they input a whole lot of things that can become acceptable to the believer of these various religions. You hear me, African people? So as we speak, they're editing things the way they think they should sound to soften the landing on some of this. All religions are bloodthirsty, male chauvinist murder cults. All the three major Western religions. That's Christianity, that's Islam, and Judaism. Let's listen to the ancestors and we'll go further into clearing this up. And I'm going to show you and prove to you that this God of the Bible, this Yahshua HaMashiach, this Elohim, this Yahweh, Bahash, Bashem, all this nonsense, foolish, damn fool person named God. He's been asking for offerings or blood sacrifices of human being male child, children, since the first book of the Bible, Genesis. Let's listen to the ancestors and we're going to show you that on According to the Bible 21. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe because it won't cost you a fee. Let's listen to the ancestors.
One thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And I said there's no exception.
It's one thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And there's no exception. So what the European is doing now to deem these religions that people believe in, because it has affected the world now, they're softening the landing and making them more acceptable, like I said, or palatable, so that when you get in a trap, you won't know that you're trapped until the trap has already been locked and you're inside of the trap. So Western academia and Google and all that, they all work together to keep this lie intact. Okay, this stuff been going around 2,000 years, 4,000 years. That's a lie. Okay, that's 100% lie, but that's another discussion. Let's look at Exodus 22:29. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to show you that the Lord is not above asking for a child sacrifice. They went to Google and Google said that's for consecration purposes. You can redeem your child, and we went over that. That was Exodus 34:19, I believe. And it said, don't come to me empty-handed. We went over this yesterday. You can go review it. If you want to, it says all people must, how did it name it? It said all people must reclaim or buy back your firstborn. But if you're unable to, then what? It becomes the original sacrifice, a burnt offering. And this Lord will kill the child. Or you are going to kill the child for the sake of the offering to the Lord. You hear me? Now, let's look at this. Okay. Get your Bible. This is Exodus 22:29. Okay. Right here. King James Version. Thou shalt not delay to offer. And remember, offer means sacrifice. Sacrifice means murder. Offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors, thy firstborn, of thy sons, thou shalt, wait a minute, fruits and of liquors. Okay, this is saying you, this is what you must offer me. The firstborn of thy sons shall thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do thine oxen and with thine sheep. Okay, 7 days it shall be with its mother, that's the dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. Now you see that term, thou shalt not delay to offer off of the ripe fruits, all the first pickings of your fruit, all the first pickings of your liquor, that's your vineyard, your wine and all that, all the first of your sons. I want the first blood sons. I want the goat, the oxen. See, this Lord wants that in an offering. A burnt offering means when you take that oxen, goat, lamb, sheep, donkey, whatever you take, you either can break his neck, you can slit his throat, or you can put it up on the offering for a burnt offering. Either way, it says it right there. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquor, the liquors, the firstborn of thy sons. So offer means sacrifice and give to the Lord. You hear me? We clear on this, African people. Thou shalt not delay to offer. Okay, so people is taken back, say, God wouldn't want no child sacrifice. Yes, he does. That's all he suggests it, he requests it, and he requires it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Go, I'm taking you back. It says right there. Do you know what offering mean? I just cleared that up. Offering means to kill it, sacrifice it, give it to me. So this is Genesis 22. And you can read this all the way down, 1 through 12, 1 through 15. This is about Isaac, and you know how the story goes. Offering of Isaac. That's peculiar. What does offering mean? Now that you know how the story went, that's another thing. But the offering means go kill Isaac. See, he told Abraham, Abraham, offer me your son. That means to go kill him. So don't get it misconstrued. When you see the word offer your son to me or give me an offering, that means the Lord was asking for a sacrifice, which is a death of whatever he's asking for. Be clear on that. Now you go on, and this man Abraham was illiterate. He took his only child, went up there, and was getting ready to kill his son. But this Lord said, okay, I see, I put you through a test. And he looked over there, and it was a ram stuck over in the bushes, and he killed the ram instead. But you're going to give something. He had to offer up something. So he killed that lamb. I'm sorry, the ram. He sliced the neck, burnt it up, and dripped that blood to the Lord, because this silly ass God is a bloodthirsty, silly ass God. Excuse my language, but that's what this is. When you take into consideration that you have to kill children, or he wanted a person to see what was he willing to kill a child, to be grateful to this silly ass concept. Let's listen to this. The offering of Isaac. And like I say, you know the story. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham, and said unto Abraham, and he said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou love, and get thee into a land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee. Okay, I will tell thee of. So that's simple as that. And you know the story. He took Isaac, he went up to the mountain, had a knife in his pocket, and he tied them all up, and he was getting ready to kill Isaac with a knife, because when you say offer, that means kill and sacrifice. And the Lord said no. Some angel said, no, don't touch him. Don't prick him. Don't touch him. And he looked behind him, but he still had a sacrificial ram. It was a ram tied up there. Okay. So it's clear. When this Lord say, offer, give me your son, he's asking for death. Simple as that. That's part 2 on clearing up Exodus 22:29. And I'm going to show you that God gets a little worse, but the way he totally willing to kill children. Okay, so what don't they trying to soften the landing like this guy wouldn't do nothing to children on Google when you type in Google. This God is a killer of all. That's women, children, man, grandma, infants, women. It doesn't matter. That's my thoughts on these scriptures. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoon, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to give me. Step in this room. And now I'm dealing with Kanoon. This is what I do. And I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. Excuse me. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I thank you for watching. If anybody's offended, nope. Education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon or a silly religion, pick up some knowledge. This is part 2. Okay. According to the Bible 21, part 2 of clearing up Exodus 22:29, when people was taken back and said God did not request a child sacrifice or a child death. I'm telling you that that's a lie, and we're going to clear that up all week. And I'm going to show you how murderous, treacherous, and bloodthirsty this silly God is. If anybody's offended by anything you heard, I mean every word. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow.